So here's a good one. In the wake of Coachella's herpes spike, festivals need to up their sexual health safety game, say experts. Here, let's read this. From the outside, Coachella, one of the biggest musical festivals in the world, is nothing but rainbows, deserts, and fantastic music. But it has a darker side that nobody seems to be really addressing. It's rampant, disregarded for sexual health safety. Last week, Coachella 2019 shut shop for the year after a glorious two-weekend run, while festival goers and fans were reeling over Coachella, Justin Bieber's surprise appearance, and the latest trends on the gram. Herp Alert saw about 1,100 new consultations requests from the Coachella Valley, Los Angeles, and San Diego regions from festival goers who had contracted the infection. To put numbers into context, they generally see about 12 patients request per day from the region. It's a perfect situation for outbreaks to happen with people who are already infected with the virus, as well as a perfect situation for the virus to be transmitted. Alexandra Harbunchka from the digital platform told us Dr. Lynn Marie Morsky, who is their medical director, agrees Coachella combines several factors that can increase the likelihood of both new herpes transmissions and flare-ups of existing cases of both oral and genital herpes, such as decreased sleep, increased sun exposure, and a lot of intimate encounters, she said. A virus is more prone to outbreaks when the host person is run down, has excessive exposure to the sun, and basic stress on the body. Harbushka explained, think about when you're out in Coachella, you're out in the hot sun all day, drinking alcohol, eating foods that are not healthy choices, and not getting a good night's sleep. This is the perfect recipe to cause a herpes outbreak. Then let's look at how herpes is transmitted. It's skin to skin, but it can also be transmitted by sharing a drink, lipstick, or a cigarette. So it can accidentally or casually be transmitted from a friend just by sharing a beer. And of course, yes, it's also sexually transmitted, and that includes oral sex, vaginal sex, and anal sex. So anyways, however, Coachella isn't the only one that needs a cold, hard look at when it comes to a sexual health safety. Habushka says, adding that a whole lot of lack of education, yeah, no shit, always is a lack of education. The conversation about sexual health prior to hooking up or jumping in between the sheets very rarely happens. Get this, 80% of people with HSV2, that's the genital kind, don't even know they have it. So put a demographic of people who are at a festival and feeling the hookup cultural vibes and not have the sex talk. And the boom, herpes, Habushka said. According to Dr. Morsky, there are clear patterns to increase inline herpes treatment requests and those closely mirrored major events. For example, we see big spikes in online requests on December 31st and January 1st, corresponding to the celebrations of the new year, she remarked. While we would be naive to think that the physical intimacy and music don't go hand in hand when it comes to a festival goers who are young, single, and good-looking, changes need to be made. So what is in the way forward? Harbushka suggests that they take the dorm welcome bag route that comes with plenty of rubbers. The problem is everyone thinks that they know what safe sex is, and they think that they know how to prevent from getting an STD. However, the truth is a whole lot of uneducated on sexual health. So, yeah, right. I think the best way is to keep providing sources to keep the people so that they know the facts when it comes to their own decisions, she said. Unfortunately, I see so many people with herpes and they didn't know that they were so easy to get in contact. So, or they didn't know that the virus was at all, she said. Or they thought it would never happen to them because they would never put themselves in a situation to get it. The bottom line is on education and communication with your partners. Amy Baldwin, a sex educator, says that openness and euphoric drugs is a recipe for carelessness, and that education is the key to solving their problem. Stop treating it as if it's a plague or a death sentence while giving people the proper education about how to take care of their bodies, whether they have herpes or not, she said. She also suggested that festivals can bring a team of sex educators and healthcare professionals to create an action plan for more sexual health awareness at the festival, which wouldn't be a bad idea probably. She thinks that these festivals don't have to limit themselves just about entertainment, which is possibly too, because it's just not just a concert, because it's a festival and it has the music and then they party and whatever. So anyways, that was a pretty good comment there. Review a good article about what the hell's going on, which, yeah. But your kids went there. That's right. Should better check on your children, I think. Best check on your kids. Because they're probably not educated enough. Per professionals. Have a nice day. And this comes from Elka Chief Big Mouth. Peace. And forward to the next day of life.